right, it's been a bit since I have posted a video. Where have I been? Have I given up on this game? No, I have not. Ace Awaken Chaos, I'm actually still actively spending money on. I'm actively playing. I've been live streaming it multiple hours a day on twitch.tv/DarthMicrotransaction. Now, here's the thing about this game. It is coming globally very soon. It's currently in soft launch, meaning you have to get the APK directly from their Facebook or through APK Pure and download the APK and only play it on Android. Now, supposedly it's supposed to be coming. The rumor is next month. I've heard January 11th. I don't know if that's the actual date. That would be very soon if it is in fact the date. And I have been preparing for whenever that actually comes to fruition. Now, if you look here, I have many more heroes than maybe you guys have seen on my previous videos. I've been doing a lot of pose. I've been playing the game quite a bit. And I'm at the point where I'm ready to kind of give an impression of this game, as well as kind of let you guys know the future of my content on this second channel and this game. I love this game. I actually like this game a lot. I do not have faith behind the developers like I do, you know, with other games. I'm sorry to say. However, I don't actually think that the game is a bad game. Here's what I believe. I believe the game is going to be a gacha game, much like Raid, much like Marvel, or much like any of these other games we have played. However, there's a few things about this game I think is going to grab people and make people play it. One of which is going to be you either like the graphics or you don't. Some people are going to say they find it wonky or cartoonish or whether some people are really going to like it. The other thing you might like about it is a lot of the heroes are basically straight blatant ripoffs of like World of Warcraft and League of Legends and some other popular games. So if you like hero, like this guy literally straight up casts Tranquility, you know, where he goes like off the ground and all the lines come up, and it literally is the same move. So there's actually a lot of really cool art and stuff you're going to recognize, like Cassivan. He literally teleports and does the blink and does the sweep. He does actual straight up Cassivan's move, stuff like that. So they have League of Legends, World of Warcraft heroes in the game. And also the game is really generous in terms of how the XP system's done. It's a lot easier to level heroes. They have these things called foodies, which basically it only costs half of the normal experience to level them. So it's much quicker to get 5-star chickens, basically. There's a lot of stuff about this game that's really going to grab people. And I think they have a good, generous infrastructure that they're doing with things like their events. They have events that are just like any other game where you promote stuff or collect gear or whatever, right? And then you get some bonuses, but they also have a battle pass, which is basically $10, and then you can get a hero as long as you go through and earn her. So there is, and that's a legendary hero, and you can start the legendary hero, etc. So basically what I want to say now is a review of this game is, do I expect this game to do well? Yes, I do. I expect this game to do well. I do expect people to get behind it and a lot of people to start playing it. I do not expect this game to kill Raid Shadow Legends or kill any other gacha game. I expect it to be its own gacha game, maybe take a few players from some of the other ones, from people that were going to quit the other games anyway, they were bored, gonna grab some people are going to like the game, and it's probably worth that attention. There's enough to do on launch of the game currently that the game is going to be worth playing. It has dungeons to grind, it has endless trials, there's the bounty hunts, there's the dispatches, which basically your heroes go and collect you things and all that. There's the towers to climb, normal, hard, and mythic. There's also the campaign you can farm, normal, hard, and mythic once again. Now, you can get through the campaign and all that, and once you're done with the dungeons and all that, you may be like, well, where's the content? And then you're basically down to what every other gacha game is, which is basically things like grinding your arena, doing your arena, which, as you can see, I don't really like to do PvP in most of these games. I mean, it's the same type of thing even in Raid and the other gacha games I've played. I'm not really a big PvP guy. It's particularly boring for me, but there's also achievements, development quests. There's all kinds of rewards you get for it. There is a sort of tutorial system that carries you through the game for a bit. If you look here and you just kind of follow your tutorials, your hero development quests, these are going to walk you through everything you need to do, basically, and you follow these and you're going to get tons of rewards for it. The game is well laid out. It's well laid out in a way where when you start the game, you get the concept of what to do, and you basically understand how to continue and how to further develop your account. It's not very complicated. It's not that confusing. There is a couple parts that can be a little bit annoying, which would be basically glyph farming, in my own personal opinion. When it comes down to glyphs, farming glyphs can be quite annoying because you need a ton of them. Now, there's some obvious problems with the game, particularly their wording is complete garbage when it comes to actually explaining things. So There is multiple versions of this basic attack right here. For instance, on Hector, when you don't have the axes, then he doesn't get the damage up, but it says that nowhere in his kit. It literally only says it once you've thrown both the axes and you go to attack. That's the only way you can read his kit then. Stuff like this is completely stupid and reeks of like beta or soft launch. For this reason, I think that if they don't basically polish up the wording or translations or whatever it is that is the problem of this, then you're very quickly going to see aggravated people. I am also one of these aggravated people because you don't want to spend literally thousands of dollars on heroes just to not know the way they work because they were too fucking lazy to write it in. There's other issues. Basically, the legendary pulls in this game are pretty generous because it's 1% chance if you go to 100 total shards pulled, you're guaranteed to have a legendary because at 70 pulls, it starts activating the pity and ramping up, and by 100 shards, you will have got a legendary guaranteed. So that means the pricing per legendary is cheaper than normal, meaning I've spent $2,000, which obviously is a stupid amount to spend on a mobile game. Let's make no mistake there. We don't have to debate it. I understand. Okay. However, for $2,000 in a mobile game, I have acquired almost every hero in the game and a lot of the heroes multiple times. Now, there is one problem, which the heroes I have not acquired are the light dark heroes. So if you look, there are legendary heroes, which is 1%. Okay. But the light dark legendary heroes, okay, are 0.1%. So what does it mean? Legendary heroes includes light dark 1%, and then the light dark legendary is 0.1, which means effectively 1 out of 10 of the times you pull that legendary, you're going to get the light dark because you're going to pull the legendary, and there's a big pool of heroes, but the light dark ones are less, and it's a 0.1% chance because of the ratio and the actual way that they implement, because you can see the numbers right there. So what does this mean? Well, this basically means that there are godlike heroes in this game like any other gacha. So I have a light and dark legendary, and they are good. Arguably, this one's better than my dark legendary, even though they just buffed her. This guy's pretty good. Now, there is people that are just blow this guy out of the water that are not even light dark legendaries, for instance. And then there's people that blow him out of the water that are light dark legendaries. And so because of the sort of imbalance of rarity to power, there is obviously issues with that when it comes to, like, one of the best heroes in the game is Evelyn First On, who basically just gives everyone a bonus turn, which is a pretty nuts mechanic in this game. And so obviously trying to acquire her is very rough. Well, this is the same problem every gacha has, trying to get the best heroes in games. The problem is still there, is what I'm saying. So if you get aggravated at, like, I want this hero and you can't pull them, don't expect this game to be different. You're still going to have that problem. What you will have is an easier time pulling some of the heroes, and in the beginning, as long as you're the type of person that is happy with what you got, not happy with what you didn't get, this game actually does a good job at making those type of people satisfied with the game, because they give you a lot of stuff that you just probably aren't getting the stuff you actually want, but you are getting like a decent amount of items coming back, and there's enough events and stuff to keep you interested, okay? So currently, I'm rating this game. I would like to rate it higher, I would, but I'm only giving it a 7 out of 10. Currently, I would give it probably the same rating as Raid right now, a 4 out of 5 star on the App Store. The reason being is there is actual issues, such as the ones I've discussed. There's other issues with the game as well when it comes to pricing, because, like, their packs are, in my opinion, greedy and just bad. And yes, I have bought basically all of them. You can see here the monthly ones are basically sold out. I've bought out all the daily ones multiple times. Like I've said, I spent too much money in this game. I've tested all the packs. They are basically greedy pack offers like any game. So there's not really a great value to be spent. The game is probably an 8 out of 10 is free to play. 7 out of 10 if you're a paying person is what I would think. Maybe it's even 8.5 out of 10 for free to play. It's probably going to be one of those games. And just don't expect to compete with people in the arena. Just don't expect to compete, because that's not the point of the game. Okay, good game though. Check it out. Definitely worth the download. You do have to get the APK, and I'm not going to bother getting the links and all that, okay? Just go to their Facebook page, Awaken Chaos Era, find the latest one. I would put the APK, but every time I've done it, they've added an update where I needed to put a new link in there within like a few days anyway, because they're constantly updating it. So just go get it from the official source. You can play it on Android through an emulator currently. It should work just fine. I do have affiliate links for like VPNs and all that stuff I could throw you. I'm not going to worry about it right now because I'm just trying to keep this a pretty honest this review. So in my personal opinion, game 7 out of 10 if you're a paying user, 8 out of 10 if you're free to play. Decent, fun game to play. Will probably drag some people from other gachas. Is probably something that can be a main game. You can spend a lot of time on this game, both actively and passively, both by auto and manual. And I could definitely see this game being an enjoyable game for some people, but it will still have a lot of the same problems of its genre. That's the review for it. Hopefully it helped, gave you guys a little bit of a breakdown of it. Love y'all. See you on the next video.